Sri Hare Namaha. Bhagavan Vishnu is generally known by the name Narayana, but little do most people know that the name Narayana holds a lot of speciality. This name, unlike other names used in the Shastras, is specific only to Sri Vishnu. Sri Vijayendra Tirthuru even authored a grantha by the name of Narayana Shabdartha Nirvachanam, where he gives over 100 meanings for the name Narayana. The name Narayana is specific to Sri Vishnu alone because it is a samjna or proper noun. The characteristics of a samjna are explained in the Ashtadhyayi Sutras, Adhyaya 8, Pada 4, Sutra 3. Samjnayam Purva Padat Rushabhyam Nah Agaha. The characteristics of samjna are explained in this sutra. The word must be yogika or a combination of two words. The first word known as the Purvapada and the second word which is known as the Uttarapada. The Purvapada should contain either R or Sh and the Uttarapada must contain Na. Upon combination, the final word should have Na replaced by Na in the Uttarapada and the letter Ga must also be absent. So when it comes to the name Narayana, these characteristics are matched perfectly by the name Narayana, which is proven by several pramanas. For example, the Vishnu Purana itself gives the definition of the reason why Vishnu is known as Narayana. Apo Nara iti prokta apo vai narasunavaha. Ayanam tasya taha purvam tena Narayanaha smritaha. The waters are called Nara as they are the offspring of Nara and earlier they were his abode, that is Ayana. So he is known as Narayana. One whose abode is the water or Nara is known as Narayana. Another interpretation of this can also be one who is the abode for or the refuge for all human beings, that is the Naras. All these meanings are explained in Narayana Shabdartha Nirvachanam. So in the case of Narayana, the first word or the Purvapada is Nara and the second word is Ayana. Nara plus Ayana becomes Narayana. So here this perfectly matches the qualities of a samjna and these names are specific to one entity. So here the name Narayana is specific to Sri Vishnu alone. Other examples for the same are Ramayana and Shurpanakha. This is also supported by the Shastras themselves directly. Sri Madhvacharya in his Brahma Sutra Bhashya, Adhyaya 1, Pada 3, Sutra 3 quotes the following pramanas. Vamanecha नतु नारायणादीनां नाम्नाम् अन्यत्र संभवः अन्यनाम्नां गतिर्विष्णुरेक प्रतीर्तितः स्कान्दे च ऋते नारायणादीनि नामानि पुरुषोत्तमः प्रादादन्यत्र भगवान् राजेवर्ते स्वकं पुरम्. In the Vamana Purana it is said, but the names Narayana and the rest cannot denote anyone else, but Vishnu alone is the single one who is denoted by all names. In the Skanda Purana it is said that Purushottama has given others his own names except the names like Narayana and others, just as a king confers various parts of his kingdom to other people except his own city. This is the comparison given in the Shastras to explain how the name Narayana is specific to Bhagavan Vishnu alone. As we know from the Rigveda's Vishwakarma Sukta and the other Pramanas in the Shastras, all names ultimately belong to Paramatma alone, the names of every Devata and all the sounds in the universe. However, not everyone can be denoted by the names of Bhagavan, though they borrow his own names ultimately. The Vamana Purana reference is repeated in the Harita Smriti's 7th Adhyaya. Now, if one wants to ask what the significance of this is, especially in the Shastras and the Vedas, there is a rule of Purva Mimamsa known as Chagapashu Nyaya. Now, according to Chagapashu Nyaya, if there are two statements, statement A which says sacrifice a goat as per condition X and statement B says sacrifice an animal as per condition X. Now in statement B and A the condition is the same, but in B there is a generic mention of the word animal and in A it's specified that it is a goat. So here as per Chagapashu Nyaya the statement B should be interpreted as referring to a goat itself, as said in statement A. Statement A is like a more specific statement for the same context. So here, since statement A says that the animal to be sacrificed under condition X is a goat, so statement B should also be interpreted the same way. So similarly, in the Shastras, in several places there is the mention of the supremacy of several other Devatas. For example, it is said in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad's 3rd Adhyaya and 2nd Mantra, and also in the Taittiriya Samhita's 1st Kanda and 8th Prapataka, that Rudra is Brahman, one without a second. In the Chandogya Upanishad, Prapataka 6, Khanda 2, Mantra 1, there is a mention that Sat alone existed in the beginning, one without a second. Now in the Maha Upanishad, there is a mention that Eko Havai Narayana Asit, Narayana alone existed in the beginning. And in the Narayana Upanishad second and fourth Kanda also, it is said Narayana is Param Brahma, one without a second. In other words, there is no second person like or equivalent to Narayana. Here in all other places, the words like Rudra, Sat, Brahman and other generic terms are used. These can refer to anyone. It's not specific to only Shiva or some formless entity or someone else. So here in the Narayana Sukta, Narayana Upanishad, the identity of Parabrahma is revealed to be Narayana himself. So when it is said Narayana, it means in the other places such as the Chandogya Upanishad, Shvetashvatara Upanishad and Taittiriya Samhita, the words Sat, Rudra and others are referring to Vishnu alone. Here too, just like the goat and animal analogy or Chagapashu Nyaya, Narayana is the specific term and is denoted by all other names in the Vedas. So here, when the Narayana Upanishad says that Narayana is Parabrahman, one without a second, it means that all other Vakyas stating the same thing with a name other than Narayana should be interpreted as referring to Narayana himself. Thank you for watching. Dhanyavadaha.